peak.
Hella
We're
bad
cooking
headache.
around the clock. We're running it consistently. Even on like a bad month, 5 million is realistic. That is how I used to make my money back in the day. There were days where I was making a stupid amount of money just from moonshine.
I think I can get
With that,
still.
So can Marty.
Gary,
Yeah.
you weren't on the sheet for the hymn but it may just not have been updated. If you can double check and let me know, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, and then I'll drop that on the
Um,
sheet.
With that being said, moonshine quality does affect the payout. The longer it sits, the lower payout you get. So we
Gotcha.
do want to try. I used to have a rule of thumb: 80% is where you if you gotta wait 80%, anything lower, and it really needs to start getting a run.
Yeah.
Because that's when it starts taking hits on the value quite a bit. So
And since you're going to be running this operation with Magic overhead, are you going to be able to kind of make sure how much we're cooking, how much we have in stock, all of those things, so that Magic doesn't have to worry about that? Is that something you'll be able to handle?
yeah. So it's 5. You can cook 5 at a time.
Right.
And it is an hour and a half to cook.
Yo,
So
Marty, we're upstairs, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah,
my
yeah,
bad.
we just need to move around a little bit.
Yeah, for me.
Yeah. No, it's all good.
Yeah,
It's all
come
good.
upstairs.
coming.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half. You get 5. So it's the only person I gotta talk to Fat Boy, because Fat Boy would be the one to cook in like the nighttime when I'm not around. But he has his recipe, and he used to be one of the cooks when we were in the hidden. So I'm sure if we have the stills and it's there, and he doesn't have to worry about like getting the ingredients, I'll make sure the ingredients. I know Stoli has mentioned to me he wants to get his recipe done. With that being said, it's a long time to get a recipe. We had this problem in the hidden where a couple of us did get a recipe, and then everyone else wanted to get their recipes. We probably don't need, 6, 7 people.
We don't.
With what we have. Yeah,
We
with what
don't.
we have, and then Stoli, we should be good to consistently cook around the clock and have a max output. The big shines are just for money, just for the moonshine runs. We don't want to use it for anything else.
So I got a question about that. And it feels like you're staying up a little bit later and Fat Boy's waking up a little bit earlier. So do you feel like y'all are overlapping enough to make that work? Because if not,
Yeah,
Magic's
most days
normally
we'll
around during those times, like kind of in between that gap period where like he's normally around like a little bit later in the afternoon and sometimes he's up until like late.
Fat Boy and I have pretty much always overlapped.
Perfect. Okay.
I was gonna say
And
we all
then-
raced together last night.
Yeah. Yeah. So I completely agree with you, and I don't think that we need 6 people to get their recipes. I understand everybody wants to be the cook, everybody wants to kind of have that position, but we just don't need it. If we've got 2 people cooking around the clock, which I'm pretty sure you said you had your recipe and Fat Boy has his, there's literally never going to be a time where we don't have cook. And then as long as we've got the stills and we've got everybody running it and we get this smooth operation going, we're not over flooded to where everybody's having to do 20 runs a day. I think this could be a smooth money maker.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and then we
The-
just
the-
divert everybody else who wants to cook into cooking meth, and then we're solid.
Yeah. The biggest hiccup right now with Moonshine is it seems like because Moonshine has kind of like died out, and I don't mean it's like dead and gone, but not as many
Yeah,
people are
people that
doing
just
it these
have
days.
a different interest.
The farms unfortunately have really retooled for the food stalls. I've got a couple feelers out for people who own farms that ideally I want access to. I'm trying to like rent from them so I can just go in, get us a bunch of ingredients because apparently ingredients don't go as bad as they used to anymore.
They don't.
Which is really nice. So
you know my friend Hannah?
Yeah.
So she has access to multiple different farms based on her time as a manager at Do or Die. So if you need, that's who I put Frankie and AK in contact with, because she can get you reasonably priced ingredients. And because she's so close to me, she'll never fuck you over. Like, she's not concerned with money. She's more concerned with helping the homies. You know what I'm saying? Um, which brings me to one thing that I want to talk to y'all about, and I just want to make it clear right off the bat that it is not a gang thing, and I expect no help from GSF the family. All right. So there is a group of neon tigers. Hana and her little group of Hexfire used to be neon tigers, and there was a huge disagreement. They now have done everything they can to get her fired from Do or Die and make her life a living hell, and
I remember that.
won't even have a conversation with her to figure out how they can resolve it. Now, there's a chance I might get involved, and I don't expect help from the family.
High key, I
Because,
might be able to mediate that because we're serving Neon Tigers and we actually have to go speak to them today. And I told Lucky if he
okay,
doesn't speak to me today, then I'm dropping the deal.
yeah, because I'm tired of basically a really close friend of mine pretty much getting bullied around the city. She doesn't do anything to anybody. She's kind to everybody. She'll help anybody out when they need. She's given multiple people who had nothing in the city jobs, purpose, and they're just pretty much trying to ruin her life. And like I said, I don't expect the gang to help me at all, but this is a personal thing for me, and to where if it continues, I'm gonna have to step in. And if words don't solve it, uh, my last grows will. So, and I'm not scared of
Probably got
neon
his
tigers
grows.
in any
I'm not
manner.
either. Like,
Not in any manner. I mean, I'll get a bike and fucking start rolling up on them with fucking a Manchez and a fucking what do you call that shotgun that holds 10
the
rounds? Street
DB.
sweeper.
Oh no, the street sweeper. Oh yeah, you don't want me. Listen, I used to ride with a DB and it was a
Tell
two-shotter.
me,
You don't
come
want me
on,
with a fucking. You
come
don't want
on.
me with a street sweeper, and I can sweep the street. I promise you, everybody's dead.
Yeah. So I just wanted to make y'all aware so that this is not a gang thing. This is a me thing. But she's done so much for me throughout the 3 years that we've been really close. I can't allow it to keep going. So, but if we can mediate it, I'd much rather that. I would much rather that. Magic. Obviously, don't want to cause issues, but
Yeah, but if we got to get to that point, then we got to get to that point.
yeah, yeah. But as for everything else, I really think this was a good talk. I don't know about y'all, but
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I'm on as of right now.
I bet. Anybody else got anything before we wrap this up? Because we got to wrap this up.
No.
Alrighty.
Nope.
Yeah, then Wheezy, go ahead, get everything you need together for the cash sheet. We're gonna go get this re-up, and I feel like
It's all right.
Sully needs a fucking doctor. So we're gonna go get this re-up, run to the hospital real quick, and then we'll be back. And once we're back, I'll let you guys do what you do, and then just relay with me on the block. That way we can start getting this work off, and then we'll just go from there. Sound,
I
everybody?
mean, do
You need
you
one of us
two want to be inside?
No, I have a lot of business that I need to deal with. So if you want, Sully,
If you
do you
guys
want to
just
go?
join?
Yeah, I'll join.
Yeah, I'll
I
still
do.
join, like regardless.
Yeah.
In
then I
worst
Yeah,
was
case
like-
also,
scenario, I can help from the outside, but I don't think you'll have a problem. I really
No,
don't.
Yeah,
no.
me
I was
neither.
gonna take Marty, me, and Gary. And Gary, do you want to go? I didn't actually ask.
You damn straight Garion wants to go. Garion will sleep when he's dead. Ain't that right, Garion?
I will get enough sleep when I'm good and dead.
Alright, so
One
it'll be
last
the
thing.
three of us.
Oh, go ahead.
Are we
Okay,
going
bet.
now?
Yeah. Well, they go and do
Yes.
stuff. I've already got the chips, so.
And then
Okay.
one last thing I wanted to note, I do believe that the heat between us and PD is starting to subside. Of course, everybody knows I fucking stay up too late sometimes, and I've learned my lesson of not doing crime. But in lieu of missing Luca, I've decided, let me see if I can do a chop. I did one chop, finally got the fucking car. As I get the car, I guess I hit someone else's car. Cops tried to pull me over for a fucking hit and run. I end up running from these niggas for an hour in the most shittiest fucking car. Ended up having to dump my Glock in the bay as I'm fucking driving on Big Bridge and shit. But you know, Crystal was there, one of the sergeants were there, they didn't hit me with max time. Homie was like, yeah, I saw you tampering with evidence because you were throwing things in a river as you kept driving by, but I'm not gonna charge you with that, you know. So just keep that in mind that shift 3 at least isn't on our heels. Shift 2 is a whole different story. You know, we got fucking overdose PD, we got, you know, the super soldiers and LSPD, and then you have the assist squad and fucking BCSO. So I'm not saying shit is sweet, but it doesn't look
Assist
like we're
squad?
getting fucking yeah, that's I mean that's what they are. Typically they should be in fucking they should be in BC, but they're down here because not a lot of shit goes on in BC besides New Babylon, and I'm sure the fucking sheriff doesn't want to fight New Babylon all the fucking time, right? But yeah, just keep that in mind when we're in the cells today. That, you know, I don't want to say be cordial, right? But you know, it shouldn't be straight smoke. Now again, if a motherfucker like Carmine walk up, he give you shit, give him shit unless you feel as yeah, oh yeah, there's still some with tags on their heads that need tags on their heads, but as a whole, I think we should be able to just start pulling back off this shit. So yeah, that's really it.
I also need to get my revenge.
It's all right. That day will come. That day will come. We'll line that up. But
All
for
right.
now, yeah, let's get ready for work. Sully and I will relay with you guys in a little bit when we're done, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Let me just change
Person out, lock the door. Last person out.
Long ass meeting. Long ass meeting, man. But a good meeting. So let's see.
By the way, guys, I need to get a radio. I need to get a radio.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Marty, Gary, let's go. Come on.
Last one out, lock the door.
Okay. I gotta go grab the Gressley, so we have a getaway car. If you two want to go grab radios, I'll be right back with our.
Well, I have
Gary,
radio,
Gary
but not
needs
radio.
Gary.
I need a radio, yeah.
Okay. I don't have my car here though. It's parked at the apartment.
You want me to call Ava?
Yeah, because I just said give them like 10 minutes, so let's call Ava, see what she's talking about.
Yeah, what's good? Sorry I didn't get back to you. It's been crazy. Yeah, we're just, you know how it is. Housekeeping. Gotta keep everybody on the straight and narrow. That's it seems like it's on me and Majik's shoulders these days. But yeah, we are ready when you are ready. Okay, you want to call me when that's... Yeah, just call me when that's over. Sorry the meeting went so long. Perfect. Yeah, just give me a call when you're ready, and we'll be ready to meet up. Perfect. All right, bye. They didn't know how long we were going to be, so they started a run. So I said, yeah, just finish that and get with us.
Okay, bet. Alright, yeah, fucking, I just say give him 10 minutes. I'll call James, see what he's talking
Radio
about.
check.
Yeah, for sure.
Got you.
I think he just fucking really wants that order, but like, I was under the... So Dante told me that you hadn't sold, so that's why I sold to Dante. Because he was like, we've been waiting on an order and I haven't picked it up. And I was like...
He literally picked it up on Friday.
Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. I mean, in an hour time span, he calls me to a parking garage. Me and Sylvain go there. He pretty much presses me. I was laughing in his face because there's no way I could take Dante seriously. Like, he's trying
Exactly, bro.
Like, and it wasn't me trying to be disrespectful. It's just like, Dante, this isn't you, bruh. Like,
Exactly, bro.
Cuddles
Like,
pressed
you're
me,
not
bruh.
this guy, bro. Like, I'd be more scared about Cuddles than you, Dante.
Yeah,
Deadass.
exactly. And she's more serious most of the time. Dante's a fucking jokester. So, like, I thought he was joking, right? And then he got serious.
Exactly.
And I'm like, Dante, let me tell you right now. First of all, you're not pressing me. So don't think that's what this is. Nobody's scared. I was like, but we're not trying to take over the market. Like,
Holy shit.
we have fucking two